Good morning. So, I want to talk about surrendering into your spiritual awakening, um, what it feels like to surrender into it. And in order to, it kind of feels like when you deplete, when you deplete the air in your lungs and kind of let your shoulders down, like you let go. Um, and only after you let go do you feel how much tension you were actually holding within. And a lot of times we really have to get to a very high level of stress in order to allow ourselves to deplete like that, because we're so far out of sync with our inner selves that it that we have to deplete it. Um, and I kind of feel like that's also right along the lines of the spiritual awakening, when you get to a point where you understand that you are connected to everything around you, that this journey is divinely guided, and wherever you are trying to control it or trying to understand it with your mind, or trying to hold in places, or trying to maneuver the spiritual awakening to the way that you think that it needs to be, to what to the feel good places within you, the more that you are trying to drive and make the things happen, the more you are stopping the things from happening. Because as we're rising and as we're expanding, we're always coming into the new. Whatever we're trying to control with what we already know, with our knowledge that we already have. But as we're expanding, we're receiving new knowledge. So in any time that we are trying to control it, we're trying to control it within the constraints of what we already know, within the constraint, so we're downsizing it. And there's also an amount of trust that you have to have in order to surrender into the spiritual awakening. You get to a point where you just trust. You see the proof of the divinity. You see the proof of the guidance over and over and over. You go through something that while you're going through it, you may perceive it to be as a pitfall. And then after you've gone through it, you see the wisdom in it, and you see how it had to have happened, and you see how the entire universe lines up according to you when you align. And wherever you are, the entire universe is always aligning to you. So if you are out of sync with yourself, the universe, you're getting back a portrait, that the imprint of where you are at all times, with a little bit of delay, because in the physical world, things have a certain way of coming to you, right? The flowers, in order for them to grow, they have to sit in the earth and receive life, which is water, and sprout into life. Maybe the giver of life, just water. And they have to have the time that it takes for them to grow. And it's just like that when you are creating in the energetic field. You create something and you hold the vibration of it, and it has to come to you in the 3D world if you hold that vibration. And it's just like living in heaven on earth. Um, it's the same. And but in order to surrender, you have to have complete faith, because when you have faith, you can just let go of control. And once you let go of control, it's like you flow into the natural flow of life. It's like you flow automatically to where you really your nature is. You flow naturally into sync with the universe when you let go of your constraints. In order to completely let go, you have to, we hold on to control of things, so that because of fear, because we feel like we have to be in We have to always be the ones that make things happen. But when you understand that you are a co-creator, you can say what you want, and the universe abides by you and works with you and through you and for you, and you are for it, right? You become one with the universe, as we are, and you understand this, then you can let go and allow. And the more you let go and allow, the more you surrender yourself into the process, into divinity, into the trust, into the knowing. You have to, that's why they call it a leap of faith. You have to have faith in order to let go and allow the divine to lead you and guide you. You also have to put forth your own life energy in order to move your life energy through the field as well, in order for it to allow circumstances to bring you things. The more you move through life in the right vibration, the more circumstances you create in your life for the divine to work through towards you. So the more, it's like putting more spouts into the world, more stimulation. The more you're stimulated, the more lessons you receive, the more you are rising, the more opportunities for the divine to bring you reflections of yourself and for you to rise into it. And we're always receiving reflections of where we at vibrationally in every single moment as well. There's the micro and the macro, right? There's so many different levels of this existence. Um, and so many different levels of understanding. Everything is a paradox and with spectrums. And when you get the full paradox and you can see every single perspective, you can see, then you have, or you have, not that you can, that you have the option to see every single perspective, right? Um, or understand it or feel it vibrationally. You get the full spectrum, vibrational spectrum of the yin and yang in the different levels and different realms, right? You have emotional realm, you have the physical realm, you have the thought realm, you have all sorts of different realms, time, space, everything is relevant. So it depends on where you are putting your focus. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this. So this was a video that the subject is also about choosing your perspective. I guess it's also, everything is connected to everything. So when you can completely surrender into your spiritual awakening, it will take you, and it goes much, much quicker because you're not fighting against, you're not trying to control, you're allowing it to take you. And as it takes you, you can see the places within you that are getting purified. And the more you let go, the quicker the spiritual awakening, the quicker that you make it the quicker that you um, rise into the dimension of heaven on earth. And within heaven on earth, there's still understanding and unfolding. Everything is unfolding in awe. It's like you got to a new level of existence where you have gotten through the purification and now you're in expansion, where you have purified and now you are in receiving mode, and also not only receiving mode, but also you're allowing the universe to flow through you. So we're constantly being purified and constantly, but it is in a state of allowance. And in order to get to that state of allowance, you have to surrender into it. That is one of the stages of the spiritual awakening, is when you get to the surrender. But when you get to the surrender, it's like you have already understood the process and understand that it is taking you in any case. And when you get to the surrender, you are in full allowance. You are um, when you get to the point of the surrender, you are at a complete um, dedication to, you have to be in a complete faith, um, belief, um, um, understanding that there is an intelligence that is far greater than you, that you are connected to, and that is supporting you and in support of you and wants for your higher good always, and that it knows best for us better than we can ever know. Well, that's not exactly true. There's a paradox there, because we do get to know it, um, but there is an intelligence that is guiding us, that we can trust in, and that we can trust that we will see the intelligence in it once we allow it to play out, because God is so much greater than just myself. God is everything and all. And when you are in sync with God, you have respect for everything, even the plants around you. All life is sacred. All life is sacred. It's my brother's dog, and Lola and Rexy. And her name is Joy. Joy, like joy to the world. Okay, so thank you for watching.